On second down, Wimsatt to throw for the first time and off target. 14-0 hole for Gavin Wimsatt at quarterback for the Scarlet Knights. Kyle Monungai at running back, 2 yards away from 1,000 on the season. Fakes it to him, throws it at the feet of his Gavin Wimsatt's first pass of this drive for Rutgers fell incomplete. Wimsatt whips it out for Monungai. And the Big Ten's leading rusher can also get it done in the pass game.
See, this team's going someplace.
Well, Mike Loxley, Maryland's head coach, called this the most improved team in the country. Yeah. Well, Wimsatt to Bowman and hits the tight end who's shoved out. Yeah, a guy that Greg Schiano and his staff could not speak more highly about. Unfortunately not out there today for Rutgers in this final game of the regular season. And that's too tall.
Consistent, yet.
That's the dartboard analogy they've used with Gavin Wimsatt. Sometimes just get it on the board. Lost this one out for Monungai. And Monungai after the catch across the 30. Off the play fake, Wimsatt retreats and throws sideline with markers all over.
Yes.
Wimsatt throwing into tight coverage, and that's knocked down. Glenn Miller out of the hands. Yeah, that was him and Jeremy Spraggins locked up. So this backs it up to 2nd down and 24. Saw the look from Mike Loxley. I think he thought that was going against Maryland's. And that floats over the top of Miller.
Black probably should have kept depth with the tight end. Doesn't matter if you get beat underneath, never get beat deep.
4 drives, 4 touchdowns for Maryland, and that's swatted. A guy that was supposed to still be in high school. He went for about 9 yards a carry. Several rushing touchdowns this year for Wimsatt. And that throw is knocked down. 10 years into the Big Ten. Rutgers and Maryland coming in at the same time. There have been some crazy games. Big comebacks in 2014 and 2015. The first 2 years they played in the league. And Wimsatt to Dremel, one-handed catch. Christian Dremel came up with some big plays.
Blitz.
Wimsatt flares it out. Bowman trying to turn the corner and still out there to make it.
So they have 4 guys and one of them's hot. They're all signaling in.
We just got the play off. Dremel stumbles.
The bad throw. That's you.
Middle of this second quarter. And needing to get to the 5-yard line to get a first down. And pressure from Barham. Wimsatt flares it out. Young, a race to the goal line and a touchdown. So the fumble forced by Dixon, recovered by Eiton. Rutgers ball. Just scored their first touchdown. And inside 4 minutes to go until the half. Can get a score closer right here. And Wimsatt into tight coverage. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you.
It kept Wimsatt clean in conference games for the most part. Young, who had the touchdown, back in there running back, and in there, incomplete. And trying to follow the family name into the NFL. His brother Bo, his dad, both Scarlet Knights. There's Wimsatt. A moon ball thrown up there. Flag is out, and it was hauled in. Marked down at the 1 for Isaiah Washington. 30 seconds left, a 3rd down and 3. Rutgers gets the ball out of halftime. Trying to make it a 1-score game before going into the locker room. First, trying to keep the drive alive. Wimsatt wants Washington and just out of his reach.
Correct. And he's playing a heck of a game out there right now.
He'll try to self-correct after the penalty, backs it up to 2nd and 12. And trying to hold off Fuller in the pass rush.
Looks like they're in a cover 2.
Dremel is the guy he likes to look to in big spots.
Now they're dropped to thirds.
Wimsatt pumped to Dremel, going up top. Washington out of his reach. Wimsatt coming off what Greg Schiano called his best game last week. 62% completion. And a loss against Penn State. throw for the first time on this drive. Another lofted ball. Shepard had a beat on it. Yeah, those are not the big stat stuff type guys.
No.
The linebackers behind him. A lot of the action flows to those guys. Wimsatt inaccurate. Out to the flat from an guy. Flag comes out.
Coming down. They were in man coverage, right? Been thrown, yeah. That's what he was anticipating.
So penalty backs up Rutgers. A similar look here. Yeah, Manungai out to the flat. And strategizing on what this next snap might mean for the special teams unit. Back shoulder ball and not close to Strong. Wisconsin might be the second Big Ten team to join him as a host in the first 4 rounds. Rutgers offense back onto the field. Right now, Wimsatt is in the memorization phase. 3 phases that Shiraka talks about. Memorize, next year, come to an understanding. Mastery could come in year 3. And Wimsatt almost throws an interception. Losing streak, got that 6th win, and then played real tough against Michigan last week. Trying to close out win number 7 as Wimsatt just got that away. To be a rich young fellow. NFL future for Jayshawn Barham. Wimsatt pulls it out of the belly. Bowman underneath. Tight ropes the sideline. And Hippolyte wouldn't be the biggest. Rears Braid on the pass rush, and that's knocked out of there.
Fine. Just the ball's just been taken off on him tonight for whatever reason.
Barham, one of their top pass rushers on the Maryland defense, moves up to the line of scrimmage here. He gets doubled, and that's into tight cover.
To the field side. See, down here, you're 2-on-1. That's a hard, that's regardless, even if you're accurate, that's a hard throw to make.
On 3rd down, Wimsatt to the field side, and that's pinpoint.
Great throw.
That next year. The present and the future of the quarterback position there right now, Gavin Wimsatt. All day to throw.
Yep,
all day. Flag out. Miller undercuts that, and he caught that. Intercepted by Miller. Play action, and that's knocked down. To crack this year, and Owens has not been heavily featured. So Dremel, who went down before that timeout, he's back onto the field out of the slot here.
Good protection.
And Wimsatt buzzes it to the sideline, complete to Jackson for a first down. Those are the type of throws that remind you of Gavin Wimsatt, 4-star recruit. Another one into tight space and broken up. Leading rusher in the Big Ten. He got to 1,000 yards on the season overall today. And that was tipped. Miller